David Brock's back, game 2 of the night. Schlagle Stallions facing off against the Washington Wildcats. Wildcats undefeated in the KCAL. Schlagle looking to get the upset here tonight. Let's look at the starters for the Schlagle Stallions. 4-9 record so far, coached by Peyton Leslie. Number 11, Jamie Harris, the transfer from Washington, takes over at point guard for the Stallions. Number 21, Nick Singleton, another senior on the squad. Number 22, Ladarius Brooks. Big man in the middle is going to have to be real big tonight here against Washington. Number 24, Jordan Young, a junior. Number 32, the little big man, Dominique Sanders, a sophomore. Let's go over to the Washington Wildcats. A very formidable starting lineup, 11-3 on the season. Number 2. Get a misprint there on his class. DeMarcus Don, junior. Number 3, James McNeil is a senior. Number 14, Caleb Harrison. Actually, I believe these numbers might be a little bit off. So Caleb Harrison, Trayvon Hards, and William Jefferson. My bad on the numbers, guys. The Wildcats are coached by Coach Eric King. Vernon Birmingham. How important will it be tonight for the Schlagle Stallions not to get caught up in an early run by the Washington Wildcats here on the road?
Yeah, I think that is the key, as you said it right now. You know, as you just said right now, don't get too excited. Don't get in an up and down game with these Wildcats. As we know, they like to leak out, so you know you need to be disciplined, try to execute your offense, but get back on defense. You know, probably not sending a lot of people towards the offensive boards tonight, but at the end of the day, try to stay in this game as long as you can. Considering you think it's going to be a mollywop, or you think Washington's going to run a Boston like the game of spades on Schlagle, I think it's going to be a close one.
Darius Brooks will jump at center for the Stallions. Brooks averaging 12 a game. Has a season high of 22, averages 6 rebounds as Jordan Young clears the tip for the Stallions over to Harris. Man-to-man defense for Washington.
And we're going to see Washington, you know, they'll switch it up, you know, every possession on the defensive end at times. So
Brooks, good move, block, out of bounds, William Jefferson.
You know, good aggressive move there by Brooks, which is what you want to see down there. But Jefferson came from the weak side to assist and swat it out of bounds.
Good help defense there by Jefferson, one of the leading rebounds in the state.
I think Jordan Young is going to be a key for the Stallions. You know, we've seen him get off really good the early part of the year and then kind of went into a slump. So I think it's going to be important for him to get something going.
Singleton picked off by Harrison. Defensive back and quarterback on the football team. Harrison signed to play football at Avila, showing off those defensive back skills with the turnover.
So, yeah, he'll get a chance to stay locally, continue his collegiate career.
James McNeil drives baseline. James McNeil named Channel 41 Player of the Week.
That's one of those early cheap fouls you don't want to pick up if you're Schlagle, especially with Jordan Young, who's one of your better defenders for the
Young
Stallions.
Matching up against James McNeil, who is one of the top offensive players this season in the KCAL and in our area overall. Don. McNeil open for 3 in the corner short. Singleton going up big for the rebound as Young pushes the other way for the Stallions. Lob pass into the corner, Harris. Again, Singleton trying to post up Sanders for 3. No good. Jefferson snatches the rebound. McNeil leading the 3-on-2. Hards all the way to the basket for 2.
Good look-off pass there by McNeil. Had numbers, 3-on-2. Got it to the man going to the basket, make it an easy finish.
Sanders out front now, working against McNeil.
So now we see
Young gets a cheap one on Don.
So we actually had the same officials who blew the whistle quite a bit in the girls' game. We see actually right away Washington's already switched up their defense. Looked like they were more of a triangle and 2 there on that possession, chasing Young.
Ball tip. Don saves it in 2 hard. He pushes it up court. Don will drive into the lane. Blocked by Schlagle. But he gets his own offensive board on the loose ball. Back up and good. Sanders comes back for Schlagle. Needs to get on the board here. Brooks. Bad pass, stolen. Caleb Harrison. Lefty layup. Dunks it home. Timeout, Schlagle.
And that's that opening run that we talked about to start the ball game. Colleen Harrison taking flight.
Washington now 6-0, undefeated in the KCAL. Got a little bit of a challenge against Wyandotte here, but was able to pull away late. Only with a few league games opportunity for Washington to claim another league title as the Washington Wildcat Band. Schlagle will have the line. We get our first sub of the game, number 4. Number 4 not on the, to assume it's Caldwell checking in. Sanders blocked by Hards. McNeil leaking out. Drops it off to Hards with a jam.
Put it down.
Back-to-back dunks for Washington, 8-0, and Schlagle needs to stop the bleeding. Brooks gets a foul call. Let's see if that can't quiet this crowd down a little bit.
This is where we need the replay back. Number 4 for Schlagle is going to be Jose Vargas, listed in the program as number 2, wearing 4 this evening.
Singleton to come back into the ball game. He'll come in for Vargas. Schlagle not an overly deep team. Sanders able to stop from going backcourt. It's kind of a triangle box and 1 look.
Yeah, it looks like a box of 1 running with Jordan Young.
Sanders in amongst the trees. They will stay with Schlagle.
That's the thing, Schlagle. You can't be afraid to go in there, however, though. You know, you can't rely on their jump shots all night. No.
Brooks underneath, able to score.
Good job by Brooks gathering himself there. The Stallions on the board finally.
McNeil stepping through Don for 3. No good. Rebound, Sanders coming the other way now. Opportunity for Schlagle. Get a couple of buckets in a row, get a little mini run going. Singleton. Young will pull 3. Short.
A little bit of a force.
Good hustle by Singleton. He's going to get his hands on the ball. It will be a jump ball and go to Washington.
So probably not the best shot there from Young.
Good to see him being aggressive, though, and wanting to try and get his shot off. But even against a triangle 1, what are you doing against a triangle 2 or boxing 1? You still running your original sets.
Yeah, but against it right there, actually, they were in the basic man-to-man all the way around. So like I said, Washington does a good job of switching up there. That's a walk.
Harrison got away with it. As Vargas checks back into the ball game. Skip pass.
Yeah, we'll get him with the hook. Got him with the hold. Couldn't quite get around him there.
Early foul on Brooks.
Again, one of those fouls you don't want Brooks to pick up. Considering he is the height for The Stallions just got to work a little bit harder and faster to get around there.
McNeil on the way, 3 is long. Vargas clears the defensive board. Jamie Harris coming into the front court for Schlagle. Vargas working against McNeil. Bad pass, Caleb Harrison is going to get fouled. We're going to call that on the floor. Third team foul coming up for Schlagle.
So again, once you get to this level, you can't make long, lazy passes to the other side of the court. That's going to get picked off 99% of the time.
Vargas will check back out. Sanders back in, quick rest for Sanders.
So it's going to be in the 2-3 on this inbounds.
McNeil working against Harris out front. Drops it off Don. Turns down the 3 out top. Harrison. Got bailed out there a little bit with a foul against Harris, his second.
And they calling it a 3. I don't think he was behind the arc, was he?
Are they? No, definitely not. You see Coach King over on the sideline. One of the hardest working coaches on the sideline talking to Jamarcus Don as Harrison's going to get 3 free throws, it appears. First on the way is no good.
As Rasheed Wallace would say, ball don't lie.
So he will get 2 now remaining free throws. Again, Jamie Harris, and a little bit under 5 minutes. And they are discussing now whether that was a 3-point shot. Referees.
I'm pretty certain it was 2, but
I thought he was well in the line. I'm not even sure how they're even discussing.
Yeah, they did change it to 2.
So it will be 1 more shot for Harris.
So at least they got it right, which is, I think, what's important.
Coach Leslie been putting in work. Looking fit over there on the sideline. Second free throw is no good. Empty possession. Another turnover. McNeil coming the other way. Gonna get free throws.
And that's what, we'll get an opportunity to see a pure score tonight in McNeil. And when he gets in the open court, he does a good job of finding his way to the basket.
Coach Leslie and Coach Williams. Coach Williams, one of the hardest working assistants too in the area. Free throw line, a problem so far for Washington here early. We get our first look at Mr. Marvell Wheeler checking into the ball game.
And Wheeler, he's going to battle down there in the paint for the Stallions. Football player.
Second free throw, no good.
0 for 4 the last 2 times down.
Get another slub in for Schlagle as they turn the ball over. Throws it up ahead. Wheeler there.
There's our tight end.
Sanders.
Oh, he walks.
Travels.
Again, a lot of turnovers early in this game for Schlagle. You're not going to, luckily, Wash is missing a lot of free throws, or would be up to a double-digit lead.
Shake number 15 in the ball game. As Washington works the ball around the sideline. Ronell Mitchell, a freshman, getting some playing time here for Schlagle. As Jefferson comes baseline, able to finish.
Again, good teams get somebody in the middle of the zone and look opposite side for somebody going towards the basket. See, and that's another thing. Washington's just long as well.
This layup. Wheeler's going to get called. Ref not in great position there. Kind of called the action more whether or not. I thought he got the ball clean, but they call a foul. And Harrison will go back to the line. Harrison knocks down the first. Second on the way is up and good. Freshman up ahead to Jordan Young working against Trayvon Hards. A little bit of a zone type look as Sanders will get a look, turns down the three.
Washington's just so quick to converge it onto the ball.
They close it. That's that length you were talking about too, is you got to make a pass a little bit higher when you're throwing it against them, which allows them to close a little bit quicker.
So the teams we've seen Washington struggle with a little bit this year are just as quick and
big.
Just as big.
Sanders for three is good.
Big bucket there by Sanders to stop the bleeding.
Big bucket there for the Stallions. Neal lobs it down to Hards. He's going to get fouled. As the fouls start stacking up now for Schlagle here in the first quarter.
Now it's just good recognition there, seeing the matchup down there. Huge height advantage that he was able to have. And as you said, Washington's going to now be in the bonus.
Wheeler comes in and picks up two quick ones. And he'll come out of the ball game, and Vargas comes in, and Schlagle again talked about the height difference. Free throw is no good. Brooks hustles and steps on the inbound line, and be a turnover back to Washington. McNeil the trigger. Jefferson. Good drop down by Dawn. Hards gathers himself and is able to finish over Brooks.
Good job by Brooks at the same time, keeping his hands high, not picking up another cheap foul for the big men.
Pressure shown by Washington. Good job by the freshman to get it into the front court. Sanders.
So if you're Schlagle, you can't hold the ball for too long against this defense.
Good rebound by Hards. Up ahead to McNeil. Stutter steps. Harrison for three. Good.
3-ball corner pocket.
Jordan Young able to step through, get into the lane. Gets into McNeil, and he's going to get a foul and 2 free throws.
Like you said, good utilization there to step through. We don't see a lot of players do that. They sit there and hold the ball or try to pass it out, but actually using the step through when you still have your dribble.
I was going to say it seemed like he was waiting for the trap to get there, but obviously had a plan and was able to get into the lane, create a scoring opportunity for Schlagle. Second free throw coming for Young with 47.5 remaining here first quarter. Shot is off. He's going to get the lane violation. And he'll get one more shot as Washington gets into the lane early. Shot on the way up and good. $11-point lead here for Washington. They've gotten off to the fast start you would expect at home.
Schlagle will go more of a, it's like a little bit more of a man-to-man.
Brooks not acknowledging Jefferson moving out to the three-point line, staying down in the lane. Down to 15 as Harrison drops it off to McNeil, working against Young. Good matchup here. Screen coming from Hards into Jefferson. Hards misses the layup with one. Ferguson can't get it off. And we'll end the first quarter. Washington up 17-6. It's David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back. David Brox back, started the second quarter. Schlagle will have the basketball. Vargas set the trigger for the Stallions, our first look. At number 2, Damon Jackson into the ball game for Washington. Donald Matoyer, 6'9" center, comes into the ball game.
See DeMarco Smith in the game also now for the first time for the Wildcats. Saw him earlier this year in a big game where he actually showed up big.
Good job there by Sanders using his body. Saw the mismatch he had with Hards, was able to get into the lane, but didn't rush, and was able to get contact in a. You see Coach Leslie talking to the freshmen, trying to lay a foundation here at Schlagle. Sanders set for his second. Shot is up and good.
See, Schlagle can slowly try to chip away at this lead.
Always start on defense, need to try and just get stops here as Brooks tries to push Matoyer around. And Brooks is not a small young man, but Matoyer showing some size down there. McNeil all the way in the lane. He's going to get a foul on Young. That'll be his second, I think. Wheeler with 2. Actually, they're calling it on the floor.
But still should be 1-1 though, right?
See the official give Coach Leslie an explanation about why they're about to shoot a 1-on-1. First free throw is good. Second on the way is up, off rim.
Just a little quick, you knew where it was going. It was quicker to the.
Hards again. Can't finish underneath, and he's turned the ankle.
That could be a huge blow for the Wildcats.
For the trainer here.
Trainer was down there updating his Facebook.
Hate to see that. All right, we'll take a break while they tend to Hards. We'll be right back. All right, back. Trayvon Hards actually got up and walked up off the court. Looks like he rolled an ankle. Washington sets up some pressure, and Schlagle
ran into a brick wall there.
Vargas able to get the ball back though and finish. Good job there.
Staying after it.
By Vargas.
He walked.
Travel called on Harrison. Matoyer needs to work on his flop game. If he falls to the ground there, he might get a charge called. So Vernon, question, turnover here, Smith.
He just threw that one away.
Schlagle, another turnover. It's Washington. Timeout, Schlagle. It's one of those runs that we talk about, turn it over a couple of times and you get in trouble.
Especially when not only they get the turnover, they're able to capitalize on them getting layups. they're not able to handle this pressure coming from the Wildcats.
We look inside the huddle of the Schlagle Stallions. Coach Williams giving some instruction in there. Again, this freshman, number 15. Getting some tick, as you call it. Saw the same thing last year. Sanders played a lot as a freshman. Ronell Mitchell.
So do you see Washington come out of this and go into more like a 1-2-2 look? So like I said, Coach Keene does a great job of keeping the offense guessing.
Another turnover for Schlagle as Jordan Young steps on the sideline. Jamie Harris with 2 fouls. He's going to come into the game for the freshman. DeMarco Smith up ahead to Harrison. Man-to-man look. Maybe a zone.
Yeah, 2-3 action.
Harrison. 3 is good.
You get Harrison knocking down threes. Could be a long night. Leads up to 17.
Harris up ahead. Vargas cross court. Sanders open for 3. Answer. Cannot. Brooks with a big rebound. Bulls his way in, up and good. Good job, Ladarius Brooks.
See, right now is where you can actually try to look for Brooks down in the paint. He has a little more athleticism down there.
Harrison all the way to the bucket. And one, Caleb Harrison. Big first half here for Harrison. Left-handed dunk, couple of threes, and now an and one opportunity as he goes into double figures.
Harrison want to impress me. He got to put that down.
We get our first look at number 12 for the Schlagle Stallions.
David Grigsby. No, that can't be him. Can it?
Oh no, he's not on my list I got either. So
well, I was looking down at the JV roster, but they got him listed at, they got a number 12 listed at 5'6".
I got, oh, that's wrong sheet. Free throw goes down. Harrison completes the three-point play. Harris now moving into the front court for Schlagle. Young pull 3 in transition, no good off long. Matoyer clears the board. Outlet to Don, who's checked back in for Washington. He comes into the front court. Smith turns down the open jump shot. Matoyer underneath, big strong move, can't finish.
Good look there too. Got it to him in good position.
We don't talk about DeMarco Smith enough. He
had a big game in the game we did here versus Wyandotte. Hit a couple of big shots, played well on the defensive end.
Latoyer's first free throw is up and no good. So a good foul there by the Stallions is the best Washington can do here is get one, unless they get on the offensive glass. Second on the way from the big man is going to get a foul called. More free throws. Look at that, Young. I'm not sure what they called there. Look over there tending too hard.
Actually,
got him propped up there.
We're up to the double bonus now, so they're shooting 2 for the rest of the half.
So Harrison goes to the line looking to get a couple more points here. And we talk about the offense, the leaking, the fast breaks and all that, but Washington's defense is kind of an unsung hero.
I mean, their defense is what gets the offense going, either through the defensive rebounds or just creating turnovers. But I mean, we're looking here into the second quarter, and Schlagle's still sitting on 12.
Jordan Young.
They can't get anything going in the offensive half court.
Washington again mixing up the defense. Now in a man-to-man look. Sanders working against Don. Dribbles through. Drops it down underneath. Can't finish. Smith clears the board. Coming the other way. Floater. Good.
Yeah, nobody stops the ball. Transition. The defense got to force him to do something.
Sanders misses the layup. McNeil leaking out again. He's got a layup.
Of course, they'll give him a new nickname, Jimmy Leak.
Cross-court pass, dangerous pass, able to be collected by Harris. Jumper is good. Nice job, Jamie Harris. Washington all four. Fast-paced game here as they drop it down to Don. That's a push
with the push
on Matoyer.
Which he really didn't even have to do. He had the size advantage.
Just stand there. Don't move. Harris working into the front court against Harrison. Looking to get the screen. Gets Matoyer to jump out at him, Young. Vargas, though, gets a rebound, blocked by Matoyer. Smith comes away again, dribbles through, nice move. Shot up, and one.
I think you might have been right, Mr. Brox.
What's that?
This game you thought may not be close, the one I thought may be close. Washington's molly-whopping, running to Boston, shellacking.
It's tough. I don't know, whatever the reason is, Washington grows big men on treat. Seems like they got a set of bigs every single year.
That'll be Jamie Harris' third foul.
Send him to the bench and we'll get the freshman, number 15.
Frankie King's going to enter the game for the Wildcats.
Free throw is up. And good. Pass gets through to Sanders. Young pull-up jumper's no good. Good offensive rebound, able to get up and finish. Number 54. Tylen Wallace.
Got a little size down there.
Tylen's a freshman and played very well on the football field. Listed as 6'3".
So what Schlagle needs for a while is some small victories.
And you see, start looking some of the youth playing on this team. 2 freshmen on the court now for Schlagle. Mitchell and Wallace, Sanders. Intent on trying to get in there against Matoyer. Gets in his body and he's going to go back to the free throw line.
I do like Sanders' fight. He's not afraid to get down there and mix it up a little bit.
So the investment the Stallions put in Sanders last year, playing him as a freshman, maybe picking up a little tips of the trade as we see Coach Skeen shout out some instruction. Sanders' first free throw is good.
Not only that, but they were able to pick up the third foul on Matoyer, and considering the fact they had Hart sitting out, so Washington's actually down to 1 true big right now.
Even the playing field up a little bit as Sanders with his second free throw on the way, up and good. Three minutes now. Schlagle. 3 on the way. No good. Good job there again. Wallace getting on the glass. Able to clear, and Sanders pushes the other way for the Stallions. Vargas will pull 3. Good. Schlagle. Mini run here. They call it a 2.
Gotta get that.
Steal. Vargas Gets it up over Jefferson, but look at Tyler Wallace again. Gets blocked by Don.
Wallace is out there hustling.
I'm not sure what ref is calling his own timeout.
Was it to talk about in the middle of the play?
I don't know if maybe the clock wasn't going or.
Nice hustle by the freshman Wallace out there.
These are solid minutes here from the freshman. He's got a couple of offensive boards and a defensive rebound, which again is a chore for any team against the Wildcats. Mitchell working into the front court against Smith. Good jab step. Sanders. A little bit of weave. Young all the way to the basket. His first bucket of the ball game. Good pass by McNeil, and Harrison's going to get fouled. He'll go back to the line. A lot of whistles. Harrison's strong first half continues. Damon Jackson will check back in. Schlagle now got it at 18. Maybe try and get it down the field. Turnover on the inbounds. McNeil. 3 seconds. Not called. Shot up and good by Harrison. I mean, kudos to Washington. They got Schlagle playing their pace right now. Helter Skelter.
You know, if you're Coach Leslie, you have to be frustrated. At this point in the season, you're still seeing some of your upperclassmen making just some of the careless passes, not being able to get the ball in bounds.
Coach Leslie talking to Vargas.
Which could explain why you're seeing some of those younger guys playing a little bit more.
Free throws for Sanders, who goes back to the line again. 1-and-1. Gets the bonus shot. Strong first half for Sanders. Tyler Wallace mixing it in there with Jefferson, the upperclassman. He had a little bit to do with getting that offensive rebound, but they are not able to clear.
You have no real look at the basket there.
Don for 3. Good. Washington working on a 50 spot here in the first half. Young. Tip pass, Vargas.
Another turnover. Another layup.
Under a minute here and a half, and Schlagle. Young all the way to the bucket. Can't finish the layup.
But that was a great clear out by Wallace. Good clear out by Wallace for Young to have an easy, clear layup. Came up short of it.
Upperclassmen not allowing the freshman to finish there. Another lazy pass, but Mitchell is able to get him and throws it out of bounds, trying to find Vargas, who didn't cut. Jackson out front to Don, running this clock down. Jefferson works it back out at 6. Wow. Jefferson's able to finish, and we're at the half. Washington
26.
all over Schlagle, 50-24. We
may be back.
We will be back, I can assure you. As we see Mr. Hard's on the bench getting tended to. This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back. All right, David Brox back with Vernon Birmingham. Mark Snyder on the board. Jason Frank and Chandler Heron.
We are back, huh? We came back.
Mysteriously, Caleb Harrison working on some cookies. As Matoyer is not able to finish. Jefferson cleans it up. Good hustle there. Don, they call it in bounds as Harris gets his pocket pick from behind. Sloppy start here as Washington will get the ball back.
First time we've seen Coach Leslie kind of sit down tonight, and 28-point lead will kind of make you do that.
McNeil. Good Jordan Young again on another foul. Believe that will be 3. It will be 2.
Picked up that one really early, then did a good job not picking up any more for the rest of the half.
Coach King working just as hard here, up big as Don not able to knock down from outside. Jordan Young coming the other way for Schlagle. All the way to the bucket, blocked by Matoyer. Butt checks Brooks to the floor. McNeil into the lane. Quiet from a scoring perspective for him because Harrison's been knocked down from outside. Third 3 for Harrison. Harris drives baseline, kicks it out. Brooks, jump shot's no good. Matoyer clears outlet. McNeil, no numbers, but he's going. Brooks clears the rebound, knocked away by Harrison. Able to get it up on the rim, but can't finish. Sanders coming the other way for Schlagle. Pull-up jumper is good. Don working against Harris. Matoyer pulls up in the lane, no good. Rebound to Singleton. Harris pushing the other way.
Only shot you have at Schlagle. You don't have any shot to come back to win this game, but if you can try to win the second half and build a little momentum trying to finish this season.
Singleton with a nice drive. Gets his own offensive rebound on the missed layup. Young drops it down to Brooks. Good step through, up and in.
Good job keeping that pivot.
McNeil leaking out again, steps through, layup.
Actually, I would say he didn't get a chance to really get the ball and take it out.
He didn't know that because his back was turned. He just thought he stole the ball, but they did not. Coach King getting the explanation, but he never did really take the ball out.
I think he kind of bumped into him, and the ball came out of his hand. So he thought he thought he had some cookies. Told him, get your hand out that jar.
Full court pressure set up. I'll tell you what, it is a rivalry game, but up big here. Washington's still working on things, trying to get a press set up.
The Wildcats are running a Boston.
What's weird?
My true Spade players will know what I'm saying. If you've had a Boston run on you, you should have actually never been allowed to play again.
Don triggers in. As McNeil works out front, gets the screen from Matoyer, steps through, drops it down to Jefferson. So you got a plethora of talent on this Washington team with all-star potential.
We know for sure we'll see Mr. James McNeil. But then you have a few options. You have a couple other options. If I need some bigs, I got some options. If I need some defensive scoring, grab Harrison.
Jefferson knocks down a free throw.
I'm trying to run a Boston on the KVL. That's what I'm trying to do.
KVL with a sweep last year. Ball kind of tapped in the air. Jefferson clears up ahead. McNeil. Stutter still. Good pass over to Matoyer. He can't handle. Will stay with Washington.
See the Schlagle girls returning to the bleachers with their pizza. David Brox.
I'm a little concerned about how much pizza they're able to eat here.
David Brox actually has to take care of the Lady Stallions in the pizza department. We're going Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars, Domino's.
Man, we're going to what's the White Castle of pizza?
Papa Murphy.
On a pizza shuttle. Go back to my
K-State days.
Yeah.
The twofer.
Jefferson finishes off the tip ball. And this kind of illustrates the gap that exists in this league. But if you start looking to the future a little bit, you're talking about a team in Washington that's got a lot of seniors, so a lot of talent will be exiting stage left at the end of this season. Harrison, Matoyer, Harge, Jefferson, McNeil.
You know, but they're going to return some guys who see some quality minutes. Don, Jackson, DeMarco Smith.
Smith will probably be a real prominent player going into next year.
They're going to lose the height, but like you said, at Washington, they end up having height popping up out of nowhere. Nice take there by
Jamie Harris with a nice left hand. Harrison coming the other way. Harrison just trying to get some contact and get to the rim. A good crowd here again tonight in the KCAL. This city supports its basketball teams in league.
So this game really hasn't been much of a game since early in the first quarter, with Washington opened up on a 12-2 run with a couple of put downs.
You start looking ahead to sub-state for Washington. You'll think at 11-3 that they're the 1 seed, but there is an undefeated Shawnee Heights team at the top of this bracket. So Washington will be staring at a 2 seed. And not an impossible matchup where they could face the Lansing Lions as Sanders lines up a three from the corner. It's going to get called over the back as Tylen Wallace having an impact again here for the Stallions. So we know Wallace.
That wasn't even much of a foul there.
Yeah. It wasn't much, but it was.
There wasn't no box out. He didn't even really touch him. He should have actually snatched the ball. He's a little more powerful with it.
He got in his dance space. In his dance space. Wallace blocked by Matoyer.
I like the energy that you see out of Wallace.
So you see, you got a couple more years with Sanders. Jordan Young and Ladarius Brooks will be seniors next year. Harris, one of the few, along with actually only two. So Harris and Marvell Willard. Sanders into Matoyer again, can't finish.
You had two guys running for the, none of the guys ran for the ball. They both said, I'm going on the cherry pit.
Harrison. Marco Smith. Wallace here getting a workout here, trying to push Matoyer around. Good pass. McNeil to Matoyer. Harris. Again, everybody wants to challenge the big man, but Harris can't finish the layup. Jefferson. Will be Wallace this time called on the foul, but again, you see the freshman coming in there fighting. As we see another Schlagle young player about to check in for the Stallions, number 20.
Actually calling that foul on Jefferson too.
Really? Damon Talley. Checks in, one of the leaders on the JV team this year. He's a sophomore. Jordan Young on the trigger.
Point lead.
Get our first look at this sophomore. Good move. Just block.
And that's another thing Washington does really well is they guard the rim. You know, you don't get any easy shots at the rim when you drive. No matter who they are, everybody's trying to get a block.
Tally over to Harris. He drives baseline, drops it to Brooks. Ooh, Brooks might have been trying to do a Superman dunk there.
So Brooks is trying to get his Willie Cauley Stein. Trying to put it down.
A nice crossover, drops it down to Matoyer.
Wallace with the block from behind.
Matoyer finishes again underneath.
And Washington passes the ball well. They're one of the most unselfish teams we see as well, along with probably your Baser, Linwood, the teams we cover.
Jordan Young again. Matoyer's got to have like 6-7 blocks. Good move. Strong move. Brooks with a rebound. Numbers coming the other way. Talley's going to get a shot here. Trying to get in the book. Smith drops the pass to McNeil, who dribbles it through. Harrison now is going to get another look at three. No good. Brooks again clears. Harris a pull-up jump shot. No good. Jordan Young with an offensive rebound. He's able to get back up and score.
Might only be his second bucket of the night.
Smith spins. Again, drops it to Matoyer. Get a chance to talk to James McNeil tomorrow on the show. It's Harrison.
Adding to the cookie book.
Blocked by Talley. So these freshmen get into the game, and underclassmen, they're playing hard.
So you got to find some type of small victories for the Stallions. In the second half, it's been some of the young guys. See Marvell Willer entered the game for the first time in the second half.
He picked up 2 early fouls. Had to sit a majority of the first half as Brooks comes to the sideline. Again, another.
These refs have more conversations than Snapchat. Mark, you don't know what Snapchat is?
Vernon showing his knowledge of the social media. Smith, baseline, drops it to Jack Harrison. Oh, you got to get a heat check there.
Each heat checked on the last one.
There's a statute of limitations on. There's no statute of limitations on the number of heat checks you take.
Yeah, you get 1 heat check, man. If you miss it, you're not hot no more.
He lost his flames. This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter. David Brox back, started the 4th quarter. Clock will roll here for the 2nd consecutive game as the Schlagle girls got the blowout win against Washington. The Washington boys here repaying the favor. We see a lot of young players on the court now for Schlagle.
Another guy down. And that's what you don't want to be seeing late in this game is any injuries for the Wildcats. We already saw Trayvon Hurd go down. He never returned to the bench after the half. Like he just might have took a shot to the face.
Marco Smith. Safe K trainers working double duty. Today is hard. Sure, I see him over on the sideline. He was on crutches there.
I need to find out if I could somehow become certified for a Safe K trainer. Sucking double dip.
You see DeMarco Smith. Safe K is a not-for-profit organization here in the area. We appreciate all the work that they do at all the area high schools, providing training services, trainer services. Matoyer needs to go ahead and pull that. He's earned it down low. Ooh, cookies by Talley. Coming the other way. Floater, no good. Brooks gets away with one going over the back. Able to finish.
He's going to get away with it. He need to go ahead and put that down.
Vernon just wanting everybody to dunk on each other.
I do.
Don will get fouled by Willer.
We got a running clock. Everybody should be trying to dunk. We need to try to get Mark Snyder to just run out there and grab the ball and try to get a dunk himself.
Don
leads back up to 35 for the Wildcats.
Talley in the lane, floater is no good. Gets his own miss, saves it in.
He actually shouldn't even been able to touch it.
If you, that rule was changed.
Has it?
If you make a shot at or above the rim, It's considered a shot whether it hits the rim or not, and you can get your own rebound. That is a much discussed rule. Pickup games all over. Is Wheeler gets his own miss. Still can't finish. Brooks with another opportunity. He finishes. Garbage stats here by both sides as Don comes into the front court. Coach King with a timeout.
I guess they stopped the clock on a timeout, huh? In a running clock, they should let the clock keep going too.
Yeah, I use all my timeouts then. Washington, the 71 spot, 21 here in the second half. So you got only a couple of options for All-Stars off this Schlagle squad with Mr. Harris and Wheeler. Every team
I need to go
will be represented.
I need to go check the guidelines and regulations. See, every team must be represented.
That is an official rule.
I ain't seen the document, so
I make the rules. So
if I haven't seen the document and it hasn't been
it's been certified. Jordan Young with a pull-up.
If it hasn't been notarized.
It was notarized at Security Bank on 7th, Minnesota. Get in the book, Tally. Good three-pointer. Oh, are they calling foul? I'm sorry, Tally. I was calling him Tally.
Well, David messing up somebody's name again and giving.
I was giving it to Mr. Damon Tally. He's number 20. They call him Foster, though.
So Foster, the 6-foot freshman, wears number 10 on the freshman roster. He's wearing a different number for the varsity game.
Subs come in for Washington. Mass substitution.
Tyon Grant Foster.
So I apologize, Mr. Foster. Get your number right in the book, in the sheet.
Well, you probably wear one number for freshman, another one for varsity, so you got to go by the official book at the table.
Wheeler still hustling for the Stallions. Bad pass by McNeil going the other way.
I think we should talking about rules, we should get another rule. Like if we figure out who's going to be the player of the game with the cookies, when they start making mistakes after we certify, we should start taking cookies out.
How many mistakes? I don't know who it's. I think it's going to be Harrison.
Yeah, that wasn't on Harrison. That mistake right there, but it's just trying to innovate as we continue to grow.
Plus, you want some cookies.
Being entrepreneurial.
Ooh. Off long Smith. Harrison looking to pad some stats. Whoa.
Almost took out a cheerleader.
They did, but with a couple of players going down, this is why you don't have your starters.
And not only that, but he just brought them back in too.
I mean, he only has a certain number on the floor, but I'd have 10 and
man, I'll go
4 in the game right now for McNeil and Harrison.
I'll go tell some of them freshmen from the freshman game, go suit up real quick. I'll take that tech and add them to the book. Uh-oh. Bad tosser, that's a put down.
I don't know if Harrison's catching them like that.
He showed some little rise on that left-hand one.
Trayvon Hards maybe with the dunk of the year. Well, I take that back. I've seen a couple from Muldoon out of Baser. We get our opportunity, first opportunities.
We're still
see Baser next week.
No, we saw them earlier this year.
Did we?
Bonner.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen many dunks this year as it is. I'm still not counting your dunk, Theo Bass.
Like I said, Vernon.
That's one cookie gone.
You don't lose a cookie, you lose a roll.
Oh, a whole row, huh?
That would be funny. They start getting packages that's been opened. Luckily, they're resealable. Washington dribbling it out here. Subs at the table. These young kids from Schlagle getting some varsity tick are not going to quit. McNeil will pull three. Molly Wappet. Drop down Henderson with a shot. He can't finish. The ball knocked out of bounds and stay with Schlagle as we tick down. Washington staring at an opportunity at another league title. Don't want to share it though with Wyandotte, who has the last opportunity to knock off these Wildcats before we get into sub-state play. And we get the Wash House chant.
They could have been yelling that in the first quarter.
Gets it up on the rim.
Good job, refs. Not hitting that whistle.
And it is final 75-45, all Wildcats all day. We'll see if we can grab Coach King and our player of the game, Mr. Calum Harrison. We'll be right back. Bad decisions. David Brock's back. SHUKC player of the game, Calum Harrison.
Thank you.
Hold the mic up here. There you go.
Thank you, my fault.
Hey, tell us about this throwdown. Where does lefty come from?
Many people don't really notice, but I jump better off my right, so it's easier for me to dunk with my left than my right hand. So that's basically what I am, but most likely I'm a 2-foot jumper from dunking with my right.
Except when it comes time to get lobs, man, you should have put that second one down.
I don't know. It seemed like somebody was underneath me, bro. I didn't want to hurt myself, cause we got a big game coming up on Tuesday against Wyandotte.
So, are you a dunk contestant? Are you a dunk contest dunker, or you just kind of get you one every once in a while in the game?
I could be a dunk contest dunker. We be climbing around. Me and Trey be climbing around, doing some off the wall stuff. But I like being more of a game dunker because I like to get the fans excited. That's the energy, right? But either way it goes, I'm good.
So big game here. You was knocking down from outside too. Talk a little bit about getting a big win, blowout win again. You guys just keep doing it on offense and defense. Talk about getting this win here at home against Schlagle.
Man, the win is big because, it's always a rivalry, but I couldn't do it by myself. It was a great team effort. Our guards was working. Our bigs was working. Even though James McNeil, he was off, but he was still playing defense, doing everything. It's all a team effort.
So speaking on that, how important is that, especially as you head into finishing up league, you'll start getting to sub-state. A lot of teams see some film. Now, of course, a lot of teams are going to try to focus in on James, so being able to have other people step up this time of the year, talk about that a little bit.
That technically, for real, that just makes us more deadlier. Like James McNeil, you already know he's a deadly weapon. He can shoot, score. He's a pure scorer. But when I have games like I did in Step Up, when Jamarcus, our point guard, had games in Step Up, when our bigs had games in Step Up, bro, we're virtually impossible to stop. That Mr. Watson, he was telling us that we're a baby JUCO team, and that's how we should play. Instead of playing down, we should just play up to what we are.
So you guys with another big win. You talked about the matchup coming up against Wyandotte. They've been playing real well, and they played tough here at Washington. Talk a little bit about going into the hostile environment. It's going to be hyped here on Tuesday against Wyandotte.
Yeah, it was actually hype here too, but going to Wyandotte is always a battle. But we are playing more team ball. We're playing better. So, I think we can come out with a bigger win. So that's just my opinion. But I know deep down our team can blow them out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Harrison passing out some chalkboard material?
We know we're going to get a good interview with Harrison.
Why we glad get you some Oreos here. Vernon was trying to open it throughout the whole game. We got a little bored.
We got a new rule.
Thank you.
So we kind of knew probably about the third quarter you were going to be player of the game. It was like when you start making mistakes, we're going to start taking away roles.
And we almost took one for that lob.
That
luckily, you made the first one.
Then you almost took the cheerleader out.
I don't know. I got a big burn mark because but I tricked. I'm kind of clumsy, so.
Hey, congratulations on your signing as well.
Talk a little bit about that, signing with Avila. What made you make that decision, to head up there?
Well, Avila, it's a great program. It's an NAIA program. I didn't want to take the JUCO route, and then Avila offered me a lot of money. Basically, it's all about the money.
You're a smart man.
And, Avila got a great education program. Even though I'm still an athlete, I'm a student athlete. And even if I don't have, don't make it in football, I have something to fall back on.
Absolutely. Well, we're proud of you, man. Keep doing hard, working hard. We want to see you up in Topeka, so make sure you put in work these last few games and get ready for sub-state.
And cut down all these love ballads you be posting on Twitter, man. Y'all be caking too much, y'all young folks today.
You ain't have to bust me out like that.
All right, this is David Brox with Caleb Harrison and Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back with Coach King.
Thank you.
All right, we are back with the hardest working sideline coach in the business.
You even saw him sprint out to some hurt players tonight. I was like, where's that 4.4 speed come from?
I wish, back in the day.
Is all that running up parallel in the summer?
Yeah, to be honest with you, yes. And then, I just want to make sure my boys are okay, though. They're playing hard. They get hit, to make sure they're good.
How is Trayvon Turner ankle? Or
he just turned his ankle. So we rest him this weekend, and hopefully he'll be ready for wind-up. We'll have to see. But like I said, if not, the next man up.
Absolutely.
You got to play.
Talk about, you had a huge win the other night. We know that Joaquin didn't play, but still, your team still blew them out by 50. He wasn't going to be able to make up 50 points. Talk about, we could easily sit here and talk about offense, but your defense is playing so good.
Our guys have committed to the defensive end. That's one thing we preach in practice. When you defense and you rebound, you're going to be all right. So if we could just stop teams from scoring, they're not going to really stop us from scoring, not like we can stop them. Because, I admit I have a little more talent than everybody else. So if they just learn to commit themselves on the defensive end and play, we're going to be all right. We held Harmon to 15 points in the second half the other night. Then Atchison, they had 4 points in the second quarter, 3 points in the third quarter, 3 points in the fourth quarter. So we wanted to have that same attitude tonight with Schlagle, But we know, like I said, I have a lot more seniors than the other league teams do. So I'm not going to just sit here and toot my horn. Seniors supposed to play. For real, seniors supposed to play. This is it. This y'all time to shine. So let's make it do.
So we're close to, clamming down on another league title and heading into sub-state. So we still have a little bit of ball to go. But talk about how important it is, the fact you guys are playing so well at this time of the year.
Oh, thank you. Like I said, we have a veteran group that went to state last year. So we know what it takes to get there. So now it's just everybody zero in, focus, and do what you need to do. And it would be nice if we win this league title. I was telling fellas, there'd be 5 league titles in the last 6 years. The only one we didn't win was 2012 when we came in second behind Sumner when they had Benny Parker and them. So, if we can do that, that's a tremendous feat. It makes me feel really good as a Washington, somebody that's representing my school. We can win 5 titles in 6 years. That's all right.
You got pretty much guaranteed a share at this point, but you guys do have that tough test we talked about the last time that we were here.
Right.
Talk a little bit about the challenge of going up against Wyandotte. Still scoring the ball and playing well
Right, it's going to be tough. You know what I mean? Wyandotte is one of the toughest places in the state to play, and they have all our respect. Trust me. So we know we have to go over there and really knuckle up, but if we do, it'd be a clean sweep. It'd be a clean sweep. So we're looking forward to going over there. We're not going to back down. They're not going to back down. It's going to be a war, and we want it to be a war. So we're going to be ready.
Well, I'm just going to let you know, we enjoyed doing your games. We're not going to do any more games. You're going to keep beating our alma mater down like this. Let me putting up a 30 spot on our alma mater.
Yeah. That was, like I said, they're building and they're young. Like I said, though, and I mean that there. I have seniors. Everybody else doesn't have as many seniors as I do. So really I'm trying to enjoy the moment because next year I got to kind of rebuild a little bit.
We're saying that we're looking at the roster, seeing what you got coming back next year. But you still got a little bit of talent that you got, and you seem to grow big men on trees. So we're going to see what you're able to pull out of your hat. You pull out another 6'9" player.
I'll be like everybody else next year. Got about 5 kids that's 5'9" and under.
There you go.
For real, they better use them bigs while you have them. Because, in KCK, you don't get bigs like that. We're just fortunate to have them all at one school, so you better take advantage of it.
Absolutely, Coach King. We appreciate all your hard work and what your team is able to do. Keep doing and keep pushing. We hope to see you up in state.
Thank you. We got to get there. We got to get there. Let's rep for KCK.
Absolutely. This is David Brox, Vernon Birmingham, and Coach King. We'll see you next time.